Hi. So now we're going to speak about we spoke about the roles, and now we're going to speak now in this new video about what is a central administration site, primary site, secondary site, and different type of configuration. Okay, so we're going to add a new page here. See how it's nice, and we're doing really the documentation in real time. I like it, this one. You know. So let's talk about okay. Oh, this is my wife who is calling. Wait a minute. I want to put it. I want to do it in pause and reply after. So. Let's say what is. Oh yeah. We can say now. Not really what is, but yeah. We can say what is. Yep. No. What is. What is site? Okay. So I mean that we're gonna see all the site and no, it's okay. What is site? Okay, good. We're doing good, huh? Okay, I hope you're okay, nice, and happy to follow this training. I since I do training, I like that. Often when people come in school and to follow training, uh, either you have a trainer and he has his book and he just speak blah 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 and okay, but I like when I go into training, what I do is that I say, okay, all the lab that we have, uh, we're not going to use it. Okay, you will build your own lab. Okay, so build your own lab. Okay, so build your own lab. It's not BOC, BYOD, huh? So I think that's nice because I like that a lot of other company we do CBT. One of the more CBT something. Starting by N. uh, the labs are ready. But you don't see how to do it to do them. Okay, you don't see how to build the VMs, okay? Or you don't know if you want to do Hyper-V or VMware, blah blah blah. So with me, my opinion is that we must do all A to Z. Okay, so this is important. Okay, I'm gonna get at all this. Um, I think that's the way. We must see everything. Okay, so I think it's good now. Okay, so what is the site? We're going to speak about first the central site. Okay, so the CAS. Okay, so this is the central administration site. Okay, so this is the central administration admin site. Okay, we say CIS. Okay, so it's somewhere. It's at the top of your hierarchy. Sorry. Okay, so it's at the top here. So you have this CIS. It's the top. Here, not more, and it do consolidation of primary site. Okay, if you have a primary site here, primary site here, primary site here, another one here. Okay, let's say this one at Miami, this one at New York, and the other one at, for example, Las Vegas. Yeah. Okay, so this is a way to do consolidation. It's a top level. Okay, so it's not a primary site. Okay, so be aware that this site doesn't support client directly. Okay, well, if you have your client, okay, so your PC, your Mac, your Windows, etc. It you cannot, it's there is no it doesn't support the client, so it doesn't do distribution point or management point. Okay, so it's not primary site. So it's the top. Okay, you can add, okay, more primary site, no problem. Okay, uh, it support limited roles. Okay, so you have really limited roles. We're gonna see that after. Limited roles, and does not support client directly. Okay, so there is nothing coming from the client. Nothing's gonna go here. Okay, it will go here, the primary side, where there is the SQL database, of course, but nothing here. Okay, so CA is really for reporting and for let's say consolidation. Okay, so now we're gonna speak about the primary side. So let's go here, go a little down, and now we're gonna change my color, and let's talk about the primary side. Primary side. Okay, so primary side is really supporting client, and supporting client. I will say client who are connected through the LAN. Okay, so let's talk about here about a primary site here. So we have a site here. So primary site. Let's say Miami. Okay, so this primary site it will manage devices. So all the devices that you have, let's say in my company I have 200 devices. I know with Windows 7, Windows 8, 8.1, 10. We're gonna speak about Windows 10 after, and 2012, blah blah blah, Mac. Okay, so we will see after that we will have to install the client here, Sccm mode. There's a way to push it or to install it automatically. No worry about that. But all the information coming from these devices will be, of course, saved in SQL, of course, and they will be connected to this primary site. Okay, so this can be a standalone one, of course, also. But in my case, it's connected to the CIS. So this is very important. Okay, so this primary side to support the client and data processing from the client, like we say here, and of course you cannot have a primary site with child from if I have a primary site, cannot be a child to a primary site. Of course, not possible. But a secondary site can be a child from this primary site. Secondary site, we'll see that after. Okay. Uh, so you can add if you have built a primary site, you can change it and put it in a CAS. Okay, so central Amazon site, no problem. Okay, even if you say, okay, I have just one primary site. Oh, I have another one here. I want really a connection between the two of them. I want to report, so I can add a CIS here. No problem. Okay, it's working also. Okay, good. So we're gonna speak about now the secondary site. Let's take this one. Okay, so let's talk now about the secondary site. So secondary site is don't forget that when you have a primary site, like I say here, all the users who are connected are well connected. So there's no problem. There's a LAN with maybe 1 gig or more, and there's no problem. But when you have a secondary site, let's say this one is a primary site, when you add a secondary site, is that there is secondary site, there is a problem connection here. So the one is very slow. So you cannot take all the, you cannot say that here you have a client and they will get, for example, package from this one. It will be too low, slow. So a secondary site, they don't have all the functionality of primary site, and there must be a child, of course, of a primary site. So here it's a child relation. You cannot change this relation without uninstalling and reinstalling the secondary site. Okay, um, so the secondary site will inform about and the secondary site, sorry, collects what all the collection is replicated to the parent site. So each time you collect something here, it will be replicated here. That's why uh, when you install a child, you'll have the same um, prerequisite than the master. Here you need this primary. Here you need a really full SQL. Here you can install SQL Express on the secondary site, no problem. Yeah, so not the same prerequisite here. Um, so the primary site is deploying, and you're gonna control the bandwidth here. So here, let's change this. Let's change this here. Okay. So here you will control the bandwidth. That's nice. So you can control really the bandwidth that there is between the two of them. And so you can control bandwidth and for scheduling and floating of the connection side. So let's say that secondary site use database replication. Okay, so they use database replication to retrieve information from the parent site. Okay, so we'll retrieve information here. So you can use SQL Express, and the secondary site send information. So they will send information to this one by a file-based replication. So this information sent here. So here to here it's SQL, and here to here, sorry, it's a file-based replication. Okay, so in this side is file-based, and this one is replication. And of course, each secondary site must be a child of primary site. Okay, I think this is normal. So yep. So that's nice. Okay. So what is the site here? It's quite simple. Okay. So we saw that there is a primary site and secondary site here, and we can see all the mechanisms. The role we saw it, and the site we saw it. Okay. So this is good for this one. Now we will see the different way that you can you can have site, meaning that sorry, sorry about it. So we'll see how now you can install Sccm, meaning that you do need only one server or two server, three server. Okay, this is nice. So we're gonna see now um, just a new page here, and let's say that it's the configuration. Okay, so configuration. I say about number of server that you need. Huh? Number of server that you need. Okay. Okay, sorry for that. I wasn't recorded correctly. Hey, this is real, It's like direct. Okay, so before doing that, I like mountain. I don't know if you like mountain. Wow, I like it a lot. I don't know how you say mountain. Maybe like this. Let's see how you say mountain. Yes, I'll say it's mountain. Sorry, so Mountain. Yep, Mountin. Wow, Mountin. And I like to go near. Okay, so we have the Jura. Okay, it's not far from our house. So it's a very nice place. It's like this, not very up. It's very nice. And I used to go here and to have some rest. So like the Jura, this is a very nice place where we can go. This is amazing, huh? Because it's like if we're in a in like the Chalin, like if we're I don't know in the Carib. See, Now it's really amazing. Very nice, very nice. I love it. Oh, it's like a hard this one. See, so I go often near here and also skiing. So I'm going to show you also um, where I go ski the winter time because actually it's summer. So if I go now, maybe see the picture on there. Yeah, where here is it? Here's it. So here's it. So it's a very nice place where we can go and ski. So it's nice because when we ski, we see the lake, Geneva Lake. It's down here, but there is some cloud here. And after we can see the Mont Blanc, the mountain over there. So wow, I like it a lot. Okay, so let's take out this and let's talk about the condomer server. Okay, so the first thing is that maybe you need only one server. Okay, so let's say that my company wants to install everything on one server. So and so all roles will be installed here. So I will have my seed server. So I will install Sccm. I have my site database. I will have my management point here and my distribution point. Okay, so this is the management point. You say DP, MP, or it's management point, and here this one is the distribution point. Okay, that's it. Be aware that this is the where the user login. When I install my client on my devices, he will register to management point, and this is where he's finding all the files, the package, the operating system, everything. And optionally, I can install reporting services. Okay, so the something also is that you can move the seed database to another server. This is nice. That means that you don't have. I think that SQL must be another one. Installing everything okay, and and with this situation, if you have all on the same server, you can go. That's Microsoft, numbers until 25,000 clients. Uh, of course, if you don't collocate the SQL server, if you put just get it here, so you don't put it here the C database, you put it on another one. Uh, Microsoft say that you can have 50,000 up to 100,000, but really, it's too much. It must be very high level server for a lot of gig, SAN, okay, so or NAS, so that's it. So yeah, that's nice. You can have, and you can also have additional management point. Now, we can have more, let's say, larger organization. So when you have a lot of remote location, okay, so this one is finished. When you have a lot of remote uh, location and also a large number of user, you must do scale out, of course, because it's not the same archiving, so not the same, sorry, number of server. So don't, if you have 50,000, okay, so you can put the SQL. If you have more than 50,000, the SQL must be collocated on the server. So that's mean that you will have for example, let's say that you will have one server who is going to do the software update point, so all the distribution point. Okay, so here we have another one who's doing the site server, so it's really the core of Sccm, and let's say, for example, a database. And of course, okay, let's go a little down. And of course, here, connected to the primary site, with here, we have our secondary site. And we can have also another server for a distribution point. Okay, so management point is 25 20 25,000 clients. Okay, so uh, the secondary site can offload the client communication, of course, and of course you can also choose to install only a DP instead of a secondary site. So I mean that we haven't to have a secondary site here. We can install only a distribution point here. So this is good if you have a small user, not a lot of user in the secondary site. So you just install uh, no server here. So no secondary site, just a remote distribution point. Okay. So if you don't want a server for that, okay, I say okay, I have a maybe 10 user here. I'm not going to install a secondary site here, this server, because I have to build a R2 server, install Sccm. So it's a lot of work here. So I don't do that. I just install here the distribution point. Okay, and so it's better. Like the user, uh, I will tell the name of the distribution point. So here I say, okay, these 10 users, they are connected here on this management point. So all up. But I will say that these 10 users with a shared UNC pass, I will say, okay, but this user will retrieve all the files from this distribution point. And of course, you can have very large organization, more than 400,000 clients. Wow, it's crazy. So you can have 250 remote location if you want, huh? And so that's we're not going to see that, but it's quite important. Okay, so I think it's good for the site. We'll see after the data flow and the replication. Okay, so I think it's okay for this part. Okay, thanks. We just see in a few minutes for the data flow and replication in the hierarchy. Sorry.